Hi, I'm Commissioner Rob Gelder, and welcome to this episode of Commissioner's Corners. Today we're at the Point Casino Hotel, and we're going to get a behind-the-scenes tour that you will want to check it out and actually take a drive and come out here and check it out for yourself. So stay tuned. Joining me today is Chris Placentia, who's the CEO of the New Kayet Corporation, which is the business arm of the Port Gamble-Sklallam tribe. And Chris, I think you had a hand in the building of the hotel that we're in.
I sure do. And still do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of tired right now, but it is all coming together for us at the end, and I'm really happy with the final product. I think that the people in the county are going to be really pleased with what we've done up here, and the tribe seems to be happy, so I'm happy.
Well, that's a good thing. So how long of a process has it been from sort of the vision, the design, to the building and opening?
Well, the tribe has envisioned a hotel for, more than a decade.
Mm-hmm.
This most recent iteration, we started working on, I think, in late 2012, doing some initial feasibility studies and market analyses and planning and design and bidding, the whole 9 yards. So it's really been about a 2-year process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does the hotel fit into the overall business model for New Kayet?
Well, the one of the things that I'm very passionate about, and is a good fit with the tribe, is that it's twofold. We're trying to create economic and job opportunities for tribal members, and as part of our overall economic development plan, obviously we want to enhance opportunities for the North Kitsap area and beyond, hopefully. The creation of a hotel up here in this end of town creates opportunities for guests from outside the area to linger a little bit longer. It's going to be good for us, and it's going to be good for local businesses.
Great. Now I know, or at least I recall, not only are the jobs now that the hotel's open, but there was a concerted effort with the contractor that you hired to actually have job opportunities for tribal members and local workforce.
Absolutely. Our general contractor on this job was Corsmo Construction out of Tacoma.
Okay.
And they've had a lot of tribal construction experience, and are well aware of the fact that most tribes definitely want their tribal members to have job opportunities as part of the construction of the process. And so Corsmo, I think at one time we had nearly 40 tribal employees, both Sklallam and non-Sklallam, and that goes up and down as the work goes up and down. But there have been many success stories for tribal members learning trades and finding success in trade unions and that kind of thing. So it's worked out really well. We've also used local suppliers and contractors wherever we could, and so it's been a shot in the arm for the local economy and our restaurants and gas stations and C-stores and everything else around here. So
wonderful. Yeah. Well, in a couple moments we're going to take a tour around the building, but my question is, how did you decide what features, what elements were important to include? So whether this dining, fitness, meeting space, how did you figure out kind of what market you were trying to tap?
Well, part of that had to do with our market analysis, and we really wanted to kind of to set the bar for future development as we move forward. And this hotel, I think, is going to be a real statement for the Port Gamble-Sklallam tribe. It's warm, classy, and inviting. And so that's a theme that I'd like to continue and as we go forward and create new businesses around here. So we wanted to include a lot of upscale features. One of our more successful food venues in the casino was the deli, and unfortunately, where we make our connection from the hotel to the casino went right through the old deli. So we basically recreated the deli in a larger space that has more capacity. We can seat up to 100 people in there.
Oh, wow.
We've expanded the menu a little bit. We elected not to build a swimming pool as part of this initial phase, but hopefully, if this initial phase of the hotel is successful, we'll create some other recreational amenities that certainly the tribal members want and that we want to provide as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So would you say of the past 2 years, going from drawing board to structure around you, what do you know now that you didn't know then? What was the big learning?
Well, I mean, we tried to push the contractor to deliver a product that was 30 days ahead of schedule and delivers it below budget. So we've done both, but it's actually, honestly, if I had it to do over again, I probably would have stuck with the original opening date. But we were so excited to open the new hotel that we opened as soon as we possibly could, without inconveniencing any guests or creating any undue stress, although I'm sure Dave, our manager, would disagree with that. It's been pretty stressful for him. He's been running around finishing up things on his own. So, but that's typical on development projects. We try to get them done early and under budget, and they always end up being a little bit stressful at the end.
So how many new jobs were created through the building of the hotel?
So both direct and indirect. Direct hires for the new enterprise here is roughly 35 employees, from management level down to frontline staff. And then we have some indirect employees, like the number of employees that have been hired, new cooks, new servers, that kind of thing. Overall, it's probably over 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. We've doubled the number of tribal members that were initially employed at the casino. So, it's great. And one of the things that we're going to be working on in the future is something we call the RISE program, where it provides a pathway from frontline type positions to management level positions for tribal members.
Okay.
And we're working in conjunction with the Foster School of Business on that over at the University of Washington.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds like we might have to come back for another program on that one.
There you go.
When it gets up and running. So you see it on paper, it goes to being built. What is your favorite part of the hotel?
I'm going to have to say that it's the artwork. As much as I think HBG, our architects, did a fantastic job of really zeroing in on the warmth and the character of the existing buildings that are down at the tribal center, and they listened really well to some of the public engagement meetings that we had, the community engagement meetings. And I do love the architecture, but the art that's part of this facility, I think, makes it very unique. We've got the Paddles Up sculpture on the east end of the building. We've got carvings by a really fantastic tribal artist, Brian Perry. There's a large wall carving behind the registration desk. There's some complementary carvings across the lobby from that. He also did the Paddles Up, and then we have tribal sculptures, totems from different tribes in the area that all are on display, and our guests will be able to enjoy as they stay here. So the art, to me, really says a lot about this facility, and it says a lot about the tribe and how important culture is to the tribe, their own culture. So.
There's definitely well integrated into the design.
Yeah.
And I would say that, I guess my next question is, outside of the artwork, because it would be a great opportunity to come up and check out the hotel and see the artwork that's around, why should folks that are watching the program today come and check out the Point Casino Hotel?
Well, I think they're going to find that the service here is really second to none. We have a really fun casino, fun events. The rooms, I think you're going to find very enjoyable. Beds are comfortable. We have good food, good food venues here. And I think they're going to enjoy their stay in total. It's going to be a great experience for them.
Well, wonderful. Yeah. Well, let's take a few moments then and take a tour around the hotel and come along with us. So now we're in one of the hotel rooms, which is great. It looks wonderfully appointed. This happens to be a double queen, as I understand, but are there specific features that you'd want to point out to prospective guests?
Well, I mean, it's all part of the Northwest coastal modern theme that our architects were sticking with. Each room has some unique slalom art. They're prints, of course, but they're all slalom art or related to. I think we have nice little features like some reading lights that turn on when you pull them out, which are kind of nifty. The bathrooms are very nicely appointed with glass enclosures and body sprays. So I think
it's almost like coming to a spa of sorts.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
That it's some. Folks are going to be pampered when they arrive. Now, what about the number of rooms? How many hotel rooms are there?
So we have a total of 94 rooms, and it's about a 50-50 split between the double queens and the kings.
Okay.
We have 8 what we call bay and a half suites, which basically took the width of our typical rooms, rotated them, and created 2 rooms out of 3 bays.
Okay.
And the bathrooms are in the middle. So they have larger bathrooms, larger rooms, which we'll take a look at in a minute. And,
okay.
They're actually my favorite units. And then we also have, on the 4th floor, we have a double suite. That's a very special unit, very, very unique. It's the only room that's got a deck off the back and looks down onto the spindle whorl.
Okay.
It's got a see-through fireplace and a separate bedroom and a wet bar. It's really a nice unit. So
great.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. So we'll check out this room a little bit more, and then we'll continue on our tour. How about that?
Sounds great.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. So, Chris, where are we now?
So we're on the 4th floor. This is the balcony that's attached to our double suite. And it's got this great view of the Spindle Whorl Terrace, which has not been stained yet. We kind of ran out of time for weather, but it's got a great view of our new totem installations. And so on the terrace, that's going to be basically a black and gray motif, also designed by Brian Perry, the slalom tribal artist.
Okay.
There's a fire pit in the middle that's got a built-in bar around it. So in the summer months, we'll have little soirees out here, and people can rent the space. We're also going to have a tent that's basically going to be the same circumference as the terrace itself.
Okay.
So that'll be available for people to rent out and to have events out here. It's a nice little space.
So there's a lot more programming, it seems, that's kind of being built around the space. That's phenomenal. Joining me now is Jeremy Sullivan, the chairman of the Port Gamble Sklallam Tribe. Jeremy, thank you so much for taking the time out to be part of this program today.
Thanks for coming out here.
It's kind of an exciting time for the Port Gamble Sklallam Tribe.
It absolutely is. Yeah. We're having a great time. Can't wait to get everybody in here to spend the night here at the Point Casino.
So what's your favorite element or room or feature of the hotel?
My favorite feature is the courtyard, and it was dedicated to the previous chairman, Ronald Charles, and we had a good ceremony here, and the courtyard's just an amazing feature that you can see from the hotel rooms, and it looks really beautiful. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the hotel.
Excellent. Now, I know that in terms of the business diversification, really, for the tribe, the hotel plays a big part in that. but I would think that this is also something that's an element coming to fruition that the tribe has been looking at strategically over the years.
Yes, for many, many years. This was an idea when we first opened the old casino, which was a converted bingo hall, which I worked at, and I loved it. It's my favorite job. Much better in this job.
Much better
Much
than
better
being
in
chairman.
this job. Yes.
Okay.
But it's once they turned it into a casino, they had ideas of making a better casino and then a hotel. And that was Ron and Jake and Betty and a bunch of tribal leaders that thought this would be a great idea. It did take some time, took a few years, so it's always been on the agenda for us since I've been on tribal council. So 11 years we've been talking at least. So
are a lot of those same tribal leaders and elders still with us, and have they been able to sort of see this come to be?
Absolutely. When we had our celebration to dedicate the courtyard to Ron, they were all in the audience, and they all felt, like this was a great success, and very excited. The whole community is very excited about this development.
So it's got to be kind of personally satisfying and kind of a neat gift to be the chairman at the time that this happened to open. But what do you think it means really for future generations of Port Campbell S'Klallam members?
Well, I do think this is going to be a positive thing into the future for economic development, but also how our economic development is built out into the future. And hopefully this is a good start to a lot more development here to give people the opportunity to have a good time, a good place to stay. And for the community, it's just been a long time coming. They've often asked me, when's the hotel going to be built? So it is a real blessing for our community and a blessing for me to be here. No matter who's doing this job, this has had to happen. We had the right people in place. We had the right management in place, and we had the right people that had the right drive. So.
Right. Well, I know it definitely meets a need, probably not only for the tribe, but also the north end of the county. When it comes to hotel rooms, the availability is pretty limited once you get past Poulsbo. So I would imagine that not only for those that are patronizing the casino or the restaurants here, that there's also an opportunity to reach out to a whole new market.
Absolutely. I think that people like in North Seattle have the opportunity to come over here and spend the night. It's a beautiful facility and it's a really fun casino. So I think that they'd have a really good time coming over, and the market for us has grown now. The available target audience is much broader now, and it's very exciting. Hopefully we get people from Port Orchard or Bremerton coming out here and spend the night with us.
And I'm happy, given I'm the host of the program, to make a shameless plug for the dinners that you have at the Little Boston Bistro. If you haven't checked those out, definitely do. Those have been a wonderful find in the north end of the community, and it can be a great package deal with the hotel.
Absolutely.
So I would imagine you don't want to sort of share any trade secrets per se, but it's usually with any kind of economic development, you already have your sights set on something else in the future.
There is
a lot more things on the horizon for you.
Absolutely. In the economic development world, we're really trying to find success in this area specifically, and we do have plans into the future to expand here. There are more expansion items than I can think of. I mean, we're still master planning this area, but there definitely is plans for the future of the Point Casino and Hotel.
That's fantastic. So you have, as the community has a chance to travel up and down the Hansville Road, they will see changes over the years to come, and it'll be a phenomenal addition to the community, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Cool.
Yes.
So if there were one thing that you wanted to make sure that every viewer of the program today needs to know, or why they need to come here and check it out, what would that be?
One thing I would say is that we have great customer service. Our customer service is phenomenal. The place is phenomenal. Once you walk in and look around, you'll see that we put a lot of effort into the art, we put a lot of effort into the building, and it's just a beautiful place, and we want you to come visit.
Cool. Wonderful. It's definitely inspirational space. I appreciate your taking the time to be part of the program today. I wish you and the tribe all the best of luck in this new
Thank you.
endeavor. And if you want to learn more, check out the website for the Point Casino and Hotel at the end of the program, but also take a drive, come on up, check it out, and explore the north end of the county. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Commissioner's Corner, and we'll catch you the next time.